Good afternoon, everyone. It's Mary Jane here to talk to you again about TV4Education. Today we're going to be having a look at how you would get onto TV4Ed as a teacher, what you can do on there, and what you can share with your students. So first of all, once you get access to TV4Education, you will receive a welcome email from us that will let you know where to go to log into TV4Ed. So every school will have their own personalized URL. So you will need to go to that email to make sure you're going to the right place. Once you get there, if your school uses Google login or has a single login that you use for every software, that will most likely be your username and password. Otherwise, it will instruct you on the email on setting a username and password to get into the system. Once you've logged on, this is the page you'll see. It might look a little bit different if your school's page has been customized. Up the top, you've got your shortcuts bar. So this will let you get to any of the important pages. Now, the number one page we want to go to is TV4Education. Now that's going to take us to the TV4Ed homepage, and from this page you can stream videos, search videos, save videos, do it all from the one screen. Now TV4Education has been going for over 10 years now. We've always had the policy of adding programs completely ad-free. So everything on here, you'll find the ads have been professionally edited out, so they're really clean and put together, and you know that it's been edited from start to finish. Now we also add programs based on the Australian curriculum as well as teacher requests across Australia. So the first row that you have here, which is recently added, that's going to be based on the requests of teachers that are on TV4Education. Now, because we have schools that range from early learnings all the way through to tertiary year levels, you're going to benefit from the requests across the board, which means if another teacher from a school in Northern Territory has requested the Harry and Meghan interview that just aired, you as a primary school in South Australia will also get access to it. If you're another school that signed up to TV4Ed in Western Australia, you will get access to it. So you will always benefit from what all the teachers are requesting. The number one reason for that being we're sharing knowledge across our users. So anytime there is anything that is particularly of interest, such as when the pandemic started, helping to explain to your students what coronavirus is and what the implications of a pandemic was, those programs all of a sudden would have started popping up on the recently added tab. So you don't have to go searching for relevant content. It's literally going to pop up live here. And every time you reload the page, recently added is going to be different because we add programs on average at the rate of 150 per week. You're getting new educational content on there. Now the second tab here is Learning Tube. So Learning Tube content is our highly educational content. Now, when teachers put requests in for content, we don't monitor them or tell them what is right or wrong and what we can and can't get you. If it is legally available to your school so that you can show your school community, we will get that program for you without you having to explain yourself. The reason we do this is we trust that you are the educators, you know what you're doing, and you have a reason for asking for that content. We're not going to slow the process down by making you explain what you need it for. Now, that being said, we do get requests for things like home and away episodes for media teachers that are trying to explain to their students why certain programs can be shown during a certain time slot and how those conditions have changed over the years. So that's a lesson that's been put together by one of our teachers. But you might come to the system and go, why would there be a home and away lesson? So if you only want to look at the highly educational stuff, so that will be video lessons, short targeted clips, docu-TV series, you will go to Learning Tube. Learning Tube will have all those highly educational curriculum mapped programs. keeping in mind there's at least 50% of our collection in there, so that is literally tens of thousands of videos across all year levels and all curriculum areas. Now, you can just browse through LearningTube, but of course you can always search through all our videos by doing a search up in the search field for your specific curriculum area. Now, we've also got some categories which are our most searched categories, that are movies and documentaries. Pretty self-explanatory, we get searched for them a lot, so we've just made them easy to see on the home page. Again, as we upload new content in those fields, they will automatically refresh on this home page. So you can always see the latest things that are being added, keeping in mind they are being added because other schools are using them, which means it might have something that's appropriate for your lessons in there as well. Now, we've also got two categories here that relate to YouTube, which we're going to have a look at in a second. But also on the bottom, we've got smart lessons. So you can actually come here and see a resource list. So it'll be different clips and videos that relate to any particular topic that has been requested by a teacher or has just been put together based on the Australian curriculum by our research team. So their resource lists, they will be websites, clips, videos that will help explain a topic. You will also find video lessons that have been put together by our research team. So these lessons will be a couple of clips as well as interactive question and answers that the students can fill in that will be automatically marked to check their understanding. Now, these lessons have automatically been put together by our research team that work closely with the Australian curriculum, but you also have the ability to put lessons together yourself. The way you do that is click on the menu button here. You will scroll down to Smart Classrooms and click Create Lesson. Now, we're going to have a look at creating lessons in a different video because it's a couple of different steps. But basically, if you have a go at that yourself, the system is actually going to prompt you on how to get to each next step. So it'll ask you, here's where you put the title, here's where you add a video, and you can go through the process. If you want to clip any of our TV4Ed videos, you do that as well by clicking on Create a Lesson. And again, the system will prompt you. It will have a clip button that you can easily clip a video. Now, going back to YouTube, we've got a couple of different categories up the top here. So by default, home is selected, and we know that's selected because it's highlighted in green. If we click on TV4Education, it's going to show you all the TV4Ed video results for any search. Because we haven't searched for anything, it's just showing us everything that's available. If we click on lessons, it's going to do the same thing, and as we scroll, it's going to add more and more lessons in that category. Again, you can just keep scrolling to view more and more of those. Now, if we click on YouTube, it's going to show us two categories. Up the top, we've got Curated YouTube, and on the bottom, we've got YouTube itself. Now, we know that if we go to youtube.com and we search for science lesson, it's going to show us a whole lot of videos, some of which actually apply to science lessons as a search and some which don't. Now, if you have a look at Curated YouTube and search for science lessons, that's going to show you any videos that have been used by other Australian TV4Ed teachers or have been checked off by our research team. So our research team has vetted the video and gone, you know what, this actually has educational content in it, so we'll put it in the Curated YouTube as pretty much a suggested educational video for the search you've just ran. Now, if you didn't find the video in there, because of course new videos are popping up on YouTube all the time, so we can't possibly search through every single video and vet them. So there might be something from youtube.com that you wanted to see. You can just scroll down and select it from this area after doing your search here. Now, whether you're selecting from Curated YouTube or YouTube itself, when you find a video that you like, you can simply hover over it to view a brief description or click the video to start playing it. Now, our YouTube videos and TV4Ed videos will all show the same way. with the information popping up before the video starts to play. I'm just going to mute it so that I can speak over the video. But after about 5 seconds, the information will disappear. If you want to bring that back up, just click the info button here. If the video is what you wanted to use, you just click the star to save it. Now, it's important to remember that when you're looking at the TV for Education videos here, this one here is a YouTube video, and you'll see that it plays in a clean screen. So I can come here during my lesson, search for a video that I want, put it up on the projector or TV screen or whatever I'm using in the classroom for my students to see, and know that they are seeing the video in a clean screen. They're not going to see any inappropriate suggestive videos, inappropriate comments that have been written on the video. It's just going to show the video content itself. That goes for any of our TV for Ed videos, but of course that is especially important when it comes to YouTube videos. Now, whether it's a TV for Ed video or a YouTube video, saving the video is very easy. You just click the star here. TV for Ed will make sure that you save YouTube videos without downloading them so that it is copyright compliant. So if ever your school gets audited, you won't have to worry about having done anything outside of copyright conditions. This makes sure your teachers and students are safe with their YouTube use. Now, if we did actually decide, yes, that was a video we wanted, we're just going to come back here, close that information, click the star, and that adds to My Items. So up the top here, you have the My Items button. And this is your saved content area. So this has everything that I've ever saved and wanted to keep in My Items. That's TV for Ed videos and YouTube videos. Every one of your teachers at your school will have unlimited TV for Ed storage. So you will never have to worry about needing to delete videos off your system that you're using for different classes so that you can add more videos. You can just keep adding more and more TV for Ed content and save it here, because there might be something you find one year that's really relevant and you want to hang on to it, but you're not going to use it in the next year's lessons, but you want to make sure you've always got it to come back on. Now you can see I've got a combination of lessons, movies, news articles, primary school content. I've got some TV series. So literally whatever your interests are, whatever subjects you're going through, you can come here and make sure that you've got everything in the one place. You can also edit the information on the videos itself. So you can add subject tabs if you wanted to create a subject that was Year 9 science lessons, or you might want to categorize it by just year levels. You can tag the videos with whatever you need to categorize them. Now, if we go back to TV for Education, the last thing we're going to have a look at today is sharing programs with your students. So that's super important for times like we're going through at the moment, where we never know when there's going to be another lockdown, where we might need to share content to our students at home. So whether it's a TV for Ed video that's come from Foxtel or free to air or a educational publisher, or it is a YouTube video or even a lesson itself, when you find the program you're after, I'm just going to mute it so that you can hear me talking. So let's say we're going to share this BTN video. You will have a share button. So that's on every video, every lesson. It's always going to be the same button. Now that's automatically going to generate a link for you. So that link you can email to your students, put it on a worksheet, put it in a lesson planner, whatever you use to share educational content with your students, you can share that with them. It will require the student to log in to make sure that they are actually have the security level that you've allowed for that video, so that If there happens to be a Year 7 student that gets a hold of an M-rated video, they will be told, no, you don't have permissions to view this year level. So if you want to select a security level, let's say we only want Year 5 and above to watch this video, we can just select that year level and it'll automatically regenerate the link, so you don't need to do anything with it there. Now the link expiry, if you were setting an exam on a Tuesday, so you want to give access to a video for them to research the exam content only up until the Monday evening, you can actually set an end date. And again, that'll automatically generate a link. Now it also has embedded code. Now that is for if you have a learning management system or you have a library page or a classroom page that you post content on, you can embed a video. Keeping in mind it's still going to ask the student to put their login details in, so they will need to know their username and password. If they don't, they'll just need to contact either their IT or library staff, whoever's managing their TV4Ed accounts. So of course that can be embedded into any page, no matter what system you're using that is simple embedded code. So it's really quick and easy to search through the system, find a video you like, save it and share it. They are the basics of the system, keeping in mind that while it is very easy to use, there is a lot on the system. So currently we have over 150,000 videos that have been added by our research team. But if there is a program, a specific program, or there is a topic that you would like covered that you can't find content on, all you have to do is click the My Request button. Now that's going to go straight to our research team. That will allow you to request programs from any Foxtel channel, any free-to-air channel, or if you didn't have a particular program in mind, you can request a curriculum code or topic. That goes off to our research team and they will get the program back to you within 48 hours of it airing. If it's a topic request, they will get back to you within 48 hours. So it's a really quick turnaround time. You don't have to wait for anything to be produced. Our research team will go away, find that educational content for you and get back to you. Often the programs are actually already on the system, so we always recommend going and having a search of the system yourself. If you're not sure about searching, contact us. We will do a one-on-one training session with you. Training is, of course, unlimited with TV4Education, so we are always happy to do training with you. If you haven't found the program you're after, let us know. We can either point you in the right direction or get you some new content. Well, thank you so much for listening to our TV4Ed teacher training session. If you'd like any more help or have questions, you can contact us at support@functionalsolutions.com.au. Otherwise, look us up on Instagram, Facebook. We're on all the social media avenues. Have a look at our educational videos where we're showing you different aspects of the system and connect with other users. Thank you so